Hi, Stefan.
Hi. Pleasure to meet you, man.
Yeah, likewise. Thank you for having me on.
Hi, Stefan. How are you?
I'm not too shabby. I'm talking to you. I'm not too shabby.
Oh, you flatterer.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi. Hi.
Hi.
Hi. Very excited to talk to you people. To you people. You people.
Speak.
You hold us responsible.
How could I not?
When do you think it's going to tell us what it is, Warden?
Call me Salvor.
Math's not complete.
What?
The math, Harry's plan, it's not all worked out.
I think my experiences of creating a character don't tend to be that definitive, I suppose. I think you're always searching. There's always more to find. There's always more to discover. So I don't think there was ever one definitive moment where I said, that's it. Because there's always more to find. And I think when you have a character that's very well realized, as I think all the characters are, there's a lot of emphasis on their interior life, on their psychology. There's a humane element to the story. It's interested in the personal as well as the epic. Then you find there's always more to discover. So in the playing of the scene, you think, oh, that's interesting. Before I would have thought maybe that wouldn't have worked. I tried it, but actually that sits kind of nicely. That feels right. So I guess what I'm saying is that I suppose I felt like I was always discovering, in scenes as you knock things around with the other actors, especially when you're working with actors as talented and as skilled as the actors I got to work with on this show. There are always opportunities to find new things. It's never the finished product. There's always more to be had.
That's a really good question. I mean, honestly, when you play any character, you do a lot of guesswork in your preparation. And it isn't until you actually inhabit the character, which means you're playing the character for real, with the other scene partners and the cameras rolling, that's when you start to learn who it is. So when did I mean, honestly, I'm still working it out because, there's parts, obviously David hasn't told me the character's full story. I think, I think without giving away to anything, there are some sort of fairly pivotal scenes with Gale when you feel as though you start to properly dig into who the character is. Before then, he's playing his cards very close to his chest, and he's really trying hard not to give too much away.
The scripts are really detailed and great, and they gave me so much. But once I was in the costume and once I was, on set in Iceland doing my first scene, it all kind of gelled together and everything was in place. And I felt so ready to go on this journey with Salvor. It was quite a cool moment to be on set my first day in the middle of Iceland. It was great.
Yeah, I think I sat with the scripts a lot. I saw the bigger picture. I read all the scripts multiple times, but from beginning to end, not just my scenes, which I thought was a very important thing because my character is teller of this story. You know, you follow her and you see the story through her eyes, and she kind of guides the audience through all the episodes. So I thought it was important for me to understand and have a full view of everything. But I think it was the day I put on my costume for the first time, and
Oh,
I
really?
felt and I felt and I had all of this in my head, and I was like, I don't know how it's gonna go. And I put my shoes on, my boots on, and my trousers and my jacket, and I looked myself in the mirror, and I was like, this is it. This is Gail. She is born.
What was more important for you in the beginning, to see it as a drama or maybe a social commentary on our civilization, or an epic science fiction show, or something completely different?
Drama and social commentary. I knew that if the show was going to work, it would have to appeal to people who had never read the books, even though many millions of people have read the books. It would have to appeal to people who don't consider themselves fans of science fiction. My wife, for instance. The show is a mirror. It's not really about the future. It's about now. It's about, the divide between politics and science. It's the divide between science and faith. How much are we as individuals and a society willing to sacrifice for future generations? I would argue that Foundation is more relevant now than when Asimov wrote it, and it's certainly more relevant now than when I started adapting it 3 years ago.
It's funny that you talked about your wife, because when my wife asked me about the show, so like, what is it? What is it? Why are you so excited? I said, you know what? This is the first science fiction show that you will love. This is what I said to
And
her.
your wife is exactly the audience we're making the show for. Good.
Do you remember a certain moment on the show when you thought, "Oh yeah, we got this. This is going well"? A certain moment, maybe.
There was a moment when we were filming the first episode when Harry Seldon and Gail finally come face to face with the Emperor. It's a very pivotal moment in the first episode. And it was incredible to watch. It was incredible to see Jared Harris and Lee Pace going head to head. But then in between them, this newcomer, Llou Llobell, who's only 5 feet tall. I'm not sure what that translates into centimeters. But this beautiful, fresh new face that we had discovered. We'd seen over 500 young women to play Gail. And it was magical watching it happen. And that's when I felt in my heart of hearts that I think this is going to work. I think this is compelling.